What's up? Hey, y'all. What's up, y'all? It ain't that hot out here. In Washington, it ain't really that bad. We ain't really having no heat wave. How y'all doing? Isabel's birthday is today. We've been out all day. Just got back to the house, and my mama, I had ate a sandwich. It had mayonnaise on it. My mama, like, we all had sandwiches and stuff, and like lunch and stuff that I had made at the house before we left. My mama asked to make her own food. So when we got to where we was going, I left my food in the car on accident, so I was hungry. And to go get the food, it would have been really like a far walk. Honey, my mama said, "You want my sandwich?" I said, "Sure." I barfed my mama's sandwich down. It was gone in 2.5 seconds. Next thing I know, 45 minutes later, I'm just feeling so horrible. I said, we gotta go. So we hurry up and wrapped it up. I went home, and when I tell you I threw up, I made myself throw up. I was like, oh my gosh. I had whatever was on my stomach, I had to get it off. I threw up so quick. I said, I think because it was hot outside in the 80s, my mama put a lot of mayonnaise on her sandwich. I think the mayonnaise turned rancid on my stomach or something. My stomach didn't want that sandwich. So I came home and made myself throw it up. I forced myself to get rid of it, get it off my stomach. So now, an hour later, I'm hungry again. So other than that, my day been pretty good. How y'all doing? Thank you, Warrior Ego. Yeah, Isabel turned 5 today. She had a good birthday. Warrior Ego put it in the comment section. It's $ waxing with Donisha. And then when it pops up, it'll appear as Donisha Daniels. That's how you'll know it's me. It'll say Donisha Daniels once it pops up. And thank you so much for the donations, you guys. I'll make sure Isabel goes on a shopping spree with it. So y'all, let's eat. I got some wings, some salad, and some pizza. I don't have another phone with me, so I can't see the screen like too well. So if I miss your comment, I apologize. But I don't want to sit up. I just want to sit back and chill. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Adriana. Oh, Lord. Hey, Mike. Hey, everybody. Hey, Mama Joy. Y'all, let's talk about yesterday. I really wanted to come back on yesterday, but I was so upset last night that I was done, you guys. I didn't even want to come back. I was like, you know what? You know, I was more so upset about, you know what I'm saying, what had happened at the facility that my son goes to, I was more so upset about that, but I think I was more upset than he was. He was like fine. When he came home, he was okay. He wasn't as upset as me. But I also was upset by some of y'all comments. Some of y'all comments was really irritating my nerves, and so I had to just like take my time and just like get, you know, be like, I'm not even gonna get on YouTube no more the rest of this night, because I don't want to allow the enemy to take me further than I already went. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I'm saved and everything, and I love God, but I'm still half flesh. You know what I'm saying? I'm still human. So sometimes it's hard to turn the other cheek, especially when the enemy knows your weakness. And one of my weaknesses is my kids. I really don't play about my children. My children or my man. I don't play about my children or my man. And so the Lord knows those two things, two areas is my ultimate weakness. And you will literally not recognize me. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, who is that? I never met this person before. No, you ain't exactly. She don't come out that often because I don't have to, you know, that part of me don't have to come out that often. But it'll pop out. If you mess with my kids or my husband, it'll pop out. So that's what y'all saw. Some of y'all used to it. But at this point, it's already been revealed what's going on. It's jealousy. If you got my kids or my husband or my name in your mouth, it's pure jealousy. Pure jealousy. Because we ain't do nothing to nobody. We're not bothering nobody. And the enemy is mad about us, about our success anyway, and mad about us just, you know, climbing to a higher level. So warfare is to be expected. I know I have to be ready for that, because that's just a part of the process. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of the process. But I got to get stronger, and, you know, I got to learn how to keep my head on my shoulders, even in the face of adversity. More than what I did yesterday. But it was already revealed. Our family, my kids, my husband, me, we're not like a lot of people. You know, we're different. And the devil's mad about that. You know, he's upset because we're rare. We're not like other people. We don't do the same things that a lot of people in the world do. Okay. So maybe some of y'all kids at the age of 12 care more about what they, you know, wear and stuff like that. Mine's don't. Me and my family, we like to look nice, but we're not materialistic. We ain't never been materialistic. And a lot of people are materialistic. We like to look nice. But materialism doesn't run our lives like it runs a lot of people's lives. It doesn't. So it pisses me off when somebody tries to throw materialism in my face. It really pisses me off because it's like, we're not materialistic. So stop trying to compare me to you. Stop trying to compare my parenting to how you was raised or how you wish you was raised. We're not materialistic. We don't care about that type of stuff, you know. We like to look nice, but we're not finna talk about somebody or knock them down because they don't look a certain way that that I think they should look. God done already revealed it to me that because we're not the same, we're not like other people. The enemy's pissed off about it because we are continuing to thrive and excel being who we are. Some of y'all got to change who you are just to be accepted or just to thrive. Because you have no sense of self or identity. So you have to change who you are. You feel like you have to change who you are, you know what I'm saying, to fit into the world. And like, no matter how much the world has tried to change me and my family, I don't let that happen. In every season, I stay the same. The only thing that progresses is the knowledge, is the wisdom, is the will and the desire to be successful. But who I am, my character, you know what I'm saying, my values, my morals, they don't change and they will never change. Growing up, I struggled with anger problems because I grew up seeing my mom and my dad fight all the time. So like, I struggle with anger problems. And one thing you guys don't know about me is that God has delivered me out of, my anger a lot. He's delivered me a lot. But what you don't know is there's that person is still in there. And when I tell you that my anger, that I can get angry to the point to where literally it's bad, you guys. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all saw yesterday ain't nothing. That's not even a speck of how bad my anger can get. My anger has been so bad in the past to where I've ended up in jail because of my anger. Literally in jail, handcuffed. So when I let that part of my life go, you know what I'm saying, I told myself, I'm not going back down that road no more. You know what I'm saying? So now I see that as I elevate, the enemy want to bring that side of me back out. Because he mad. So I got to be on guard. Got to pay attention and be on guard. I know that's right, Warrior Ego. Right. The people that pray a lot and talk about God a lot and everything like that, they be the worst ones, you guys. We be the worst. We are the worst ones. You know what I'm saying? We need God, because if we don't stay close to him, we end up dead or in jail, because the kind of lives that we've lived before we knew God, we was on the fast track to hell, on a fast track to death. Like, I was supposed to have been dead a long time ago. And it was me giving my life to God, to Christ, and allowing him to take over my life that gave me that meaning again and helped me Because otherwise, I would literally be in jail. Like, legit. Like, doing life. So, when people think that, oh, she always talking about God, she always talking about God, I have to talk about God. I have to continue to pray. I have to read my Bible, because that's what keeps me on the straight and narrow. That's what keeps me within, you know what I'm saying, the parameters. That's what keeps me sane, because if I walk away from God, I already know. I already know what my fate is. You know what I'm saying? I already know what'll end up happening. Yeah, it's sunny. I'm in Washington. You know what I'm saying? You ask anybody in my family who I used to be, they will tell you. They will literally tell you. Donisha was that girl. I was that girl. But, and if I can be honest with you guys, if it wasn't for God pulling me and tugging me, pulling and tugging on me, right, Tiffany, the kids changed me. My kids changed me, my husband changed me, and God changed me. Because I want to be alive and well and around for my children. Correct. But when I went to jail, I had already had Elijah. I wasn't changed yet when I had my son. It took me a little more time, because I had already had him when I was in jail. What? I suffer from really bad anger problems. And as a result of that, I like to fight and put my hands on people. And that landed me in jail. I wasn't in there long, though. Just a few days. But it was a wake-up call. Thank you, Rhonda. Domestic violence. I went to jail for domestic violence. Fighting. This was years ago. It was like, what was it like? I think 2015. I think 2015 is when it happened. So, nevertheless, when I was sitting in that cell, I had a change of heart. I had a change of heart. But if you want to know anything further about those stories and who I used to be in the past, all you got to do is Google it. Maybe Google the jail system. It'll tell you everything you want to know. But anywho, yeah, you definitely can look it up. It's public records. Have at it. Enjoy yourself. But but anywho, right. It was the past, and so right now, that's what I have to continue to progress on, because literally Nowadays, nothing moves me. People can't move me with their words. It's my kids. My kids and my husband. I'm very overprotective about my kids. I'm very overprotective about my husband. Very, 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 very. They are all I have. I don't have nothing else besides them. You know what I'm saying? So I am very, very, very much so overprotective about my husband and my 2 children. And, oh, and his daughter. My husband's daughter. Wait till she gets here. Because when she gets here, it's going to be times 10 overprotective because she's a teenager. So I really got to protect her. Because by the time she get here, she'll be like 16. Maybe 16 going on 17 when she get here. So I'm really going to be protective of her. And what you don't know is that I would tear a wall down. When it comes to my family, I would tear a whole wall down just to get to them, make sure they good. I blow through anything. You hear me? So if you ever see me angry and pissed off and upset, just know it's because of them. My daughter just turned 5 today. You don't need protecting at that age. But when you come from a different country, she lives in Jamaica. So her coming way over here to a different country, oh yes, I'm gonna be very protective. Period. However, I always give people I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt. So when I actually went in the facility to address the situation regarding my son, I was very respectful because kids were around, you know what I'm saying? So I was very respectful and very, laid back. I just wanted the lady to know, the manager to know that I meant business and that I'm not coming back up here next time. Like, there's not going to be another time where I have to come back up here and you tell me something happened to my son or somebody said something. There's not going to be another time. You know what I'm saying? So I just let the lady know that, like, listen, we got all these kids in here trying to have a good time. You staff need to make sure that you're paying attention to the kids. Because a lot of times what happens is these staff, they get lazy. And when maybe they have kids at home or whatever, but the staff get lazy and they really don't pay attention to the kids like they should. And when, because, kids probably tattletale all day anyways. You know what I'm saying? Kids tattletale all day long. You know how kids are. They be tattletelling. However, we need to take it serious. We do. So sometimes kids might be tattletelling. You be like, no, tell so-and-so to stop. And you don't take it seriously. You're not understanding that this person has been being talked about and bullied and harassed all day long. This is the first time they're telling you about it, but it's been happening all day because they're tired of it happening. You know what I'm saying? Well, my son came home and told me that like 2 or 3 people got suspended. Because I told the staff, I said, listen, my son has reported this more than once. Why is there no suspensions handed out? Why are they still here? I don't understand. Make it make sense. Why are they still here? If you shouldn't have to tell them but a few times, you know what I'm saying? And if they're continuing to bully, they need to be removed. They need to be suspended. They need until they get the message. You know what I'm saying? So my son came home and said a few people ended up suspended because of it. That's what he said. You know, they need to know that my son means business. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like they need to know that if you mess with me, I'm going to tell on you. You're not going to be able to punk me and mess with me and nothing's going to happen. I'm going to tell on you. you know. But I was respectful, and I'm not mad at the manager or anything. If anything, I was upset at the person that my son told. You know, I was mad at the staff member that he actually was telling over and over again about what was happening. She wasn't telling the manager, so the manager didn't know nothing about it. The lady I was talking to. Had I been talking to the lady that my son had told over and over again, oh, my tone might have been different. I'm gonna just be real with you. I might have reacted differently, but I understood the manager didn't know, and she seemed like a really nice lady, and like if you really tell her, she means business. However, I do remember when the first day I dropped my son off, I looked the manager in the eyes and I said, "Listen, my son is a good kid. He does not bother anybody. Matter of fact, he's such a good kid that if you have any tasks or any work you need done, he likes to be, you know, to help out with the staff and stuff, like to be in charge, you know what I'm saying? And like, oh, in charge of a workstation or whatever. You know, I said, he's very good at that. You know what I'm saying? And I said, listen, this is what I won't do. I said, I'm not going to do the bullying. Okay. I said, I looked her in her eye. I said, I don't do bullying. I do not do bullying. I do not play that. Okay. And so, is this a place where the kids are constantly getting bullied? Like, let me know up front. I want to know right now, is, you know, what is your bullying policy? What is your policy? I asked the lady that before my son even went in there. She said, we have a zero tolerance bullying top policy, zero tolerance. We work things out. And sorry, y'all, my eyes look a little low because I am tired. I've been out in the heat all day, and I came home and threw up. And so I am tired. If I look a little, you know, my eyes keep dropping or whatever. And so the lady was like, you know, she was like, okay, no worries. She said, we have a zero tolerance bullying, a zero bullying policy. So you don't have to wait. She basically made me feel like, okay, my son, he's cool, he's safe there. But I didn't hold that against her because I know how kids can be. And I also know how I know how, kids can be. And I also know how the enemy operate. You know what I'm saying? The devil get mad. He'll get mad real quick. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I thought I was bad about it. Thought I was going to eat all this food. Yeah, it's not happening. I still have some wings and some pizza left, but if somebody's waiting on me to eat more, it's not happening. I can't put too much in my stomach with my stomach has to continue to settle. I have to let it take its time. It's still settling. Right. That's one thing I'm not doing. I don't have to accept abuse. And one thing about me is I don't have a problem with boycotting. I don't have a problem. Like I've always been a person that takes it to the higher authority. Well, we have some shorts and videos and stuff coming out tomorrow that'll tell you guys what we did today for Isabel and everything like that. I'm not telling you guys right now, but we got some shorts and stuff, so you guys will be able to see how Isabel spent her birthday. So yeah, that's right, Warrior Eagle. Is that your first baby you're bringing into the earth? Warrior Eagle, it's your first baby. You're welcome, Erica. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, yep. So honey, please listen. Once you have your baby, you'll get what you gonna understand. You probably already understand just carrying your baby. But seriously, you understand the more when you have your kid, like your heart, it's like they steal your heart. I love you too, Mike. I love you too. They steal your heart. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. What did Ashley say? Right. And my son is homeschooled. He doesn't go to public school because I don't want to get the school shut down. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I said, son, I know you're going to middle school. Do you just want to go ahead and do homeschool instead of going to a public school? Because I don't really want to go up there and boycott and shut the school down. Because if you think this is something that y'all just saw my behavior, like the anger, all of that stuff over that one incident, do you guys? That's just that one incident. If my son had been in public school at his age, now if he wants to go to public school when he gets ninth, 10th grade, 11th grade, he could do that. But as a middle schooler, him fresh and new, and he doesn't know anything and all of this stuff. And I'm not saying if he had said he wanted to go to middle school, public school, he could have went. It doesn't bother me. No problem. Go to public school. But he was like, yeah, Mom, I think I'm just going to stay home too and just, work from home. And I thought that was a great idea. I was happy when he said it because I know myself and I know how I would have, how I will react, how I would have reacted if he went to a public school and, had been bullied and stuff like that. Because normally, most of the time when the kids go to public schools, when they're getting bullied by more than one person. When normally you have a group of kids, you know what I'm saying? You have cliques, and you're getting bullied by cliques. And so I would have had to go up there and clack. You know what I'm saying? Like literally be waiting on you at the door when the bell ring at 3:05 with my son, point him out. Where they at? So, you know what I'm saying? And so for me, I'm thankful that my son decided to stay home because literally I don't want to have to get my posters, my signs, you know what I'm saying, and go up there and boycott in the front of the school and they have to call the police on me and remove me, confiscate me from the premises. So I didn't want that to happen. So because some parents are different. Some parents are just different, Some parents are just like, oh, okay, you'll be okay. They just brush it off when their kids tell them that they're being hurt, they're being bullied, all these things are happening. They just brush it off and brush it under the rug because they have to work and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they want their kids to be, at school because they have to work and stuff. But I'm not one of those parents, and I ain't never been one of those parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really love my kids. I really love my kids so much. I'm not going to get up here and cry. Suck them tears right on back. But I just really love my kids. And I will literally kill and blow up some stuff for my children. Like, I do not play about my kids. I love my kids. And it hurts me, like, to know that if my kids are, like, somebody's hurting my kids or anything like that really hurts me. You know what I'm saying? I never want my kids to be in pain. I never want them to have to be in pain. I never want them to have to go through anything. I never want them to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work extremely hard to take care of my children and to see my children happy. I want my kids to be happy. I want my kids to thrive. I want my kids to love life and everything. And so literally when it comes to my kids, I do not play. No parent wants to see their kids hurt. You know what I'm saying? No parent wants to see their kids, you know what I'm saying, just the outcast or just down, you know what I'm saying? No parent wants to ever see that. The kids don't deserve that. And, the kids are the future. Our kids are our future, you guys, and we have to protect our kids. They are the future. And it hurts me to see kids committing suicide and kids, they're in pain. They growing up in these dysfunctional households. They have all of this trauma. And it just hurts, it hurts to see a kid not be accepted because of what they look like or where they come from or what they dress, how they dress. That hurts. I never want to see a kid being the outcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, no kid should ever have to go through that. They should grow up being accepted and loved. And you have kids in these foreign countries that grow up in, you know, utter poverty. You know what I'm saying? They grow up in really bad poverty, you know what I'm saying? But they are not as outcasted, you know what I'm saying? They stick together. They love one another, you know what I'm saying? They support one another. They stick together. But then you have kids who come from America and other parts of the world, and you have all of this bullying, and you have all of this crazy stuff going on. And that's why kids are they're committing suicide, they're killing themselves, they're doing all of these horrible TikTok challenges, you know what I'm saying, and the blackout challenge, and they're ending up killing themselves, you know what I'm saying? Or they're going into the schools and they're shooting up the schools and killing other people. And it's because of us. The parents have failed. We are failing our children. We are failing our children because we're not giving them the attention that they need. We're not asking them questions. If I had never asked my son what was going on, he would have never told me. You know what I'm saying? So you have to ask your kids questions. He would have never said anything to me. He told the staff, but he never told me nothing. It wasn't until I asked him how his day was. Ask your kids how their day is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you got going on in your life. Ask your kids. Say, how are you? How was your day? Ask them every day you see them. How are you? How are you doing? How was your day? What did you do today at school? What did you do today at the club? Talk to your kids. Because if you don't talk to your kids, the devil will. The devil will. It's our fault, the parents. I don't blame the kids. I don't blame any of the kids. It's not the kids' responsibility. You know, they don't know what they're doing. They're just doing what they've been taught. It's the parents. We are failing our kids. So if there's anybody that I feel like knocking out, it's the parents. I feel like going up in some of these kids' homes and knocking the hell out these parents. Like knocking you in your damn face, because it's like, some of the parents are so egotistical. They're so prideful, and they think because they wear the drawers and because they put the food on the table that they have the right, you know what I'm saying, to just do whatever and just not consider how the kids are feeling. They have feelings too. You know what I'm saying? They're humans. And then you get mad when they grow up and they don't want nothing to do with you. When they get older, they don't want nothing to do with you. They don't want to be around you. They're not taking care of you. You die old and alone. They're not coming to take care of you. They're not allowing you to move with them. You know what I'm saying? You don't know when you're dying. You don't know when life is up for you. Shout out to Latonia Venable. Thank you so much for sending Isabel that Cash App, that seed. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. But it's like, we don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how long you're going to live. You don't know when you're going to need them to step up and really support you the way, you know what I'm saying, support you. And so if you're not supporting your kids, you got to be weary. Your kids are going to treat you the same way you treat them. They are. And you think it's nothing. You throw your weight around, you know what I'm saying? And you disrespect them because they're children and all of this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they are going to be the same kids that when they get older, when they become adults, you're going to want them to take care of you. You're going to need them one day. I'm telling you, you're going to need your kids. I know this to be true. My mom needs me. My father has needed me. He may not need me right now. My mom may not need me all the time, but my parents need me. When my father was getting out of prison, when he was in prison, when my father was in prison for 8 years, my father needed me. You know what I'm saying? I can't even count how much I sent my father thousands of dollars the entire time he was in prison. I was taking care of him, sending him money, helping him when he got out of prison, help pick him up, you know, help do this, call this person, do this, take him here, take him there. I remember when my father got out of prison, he had no clothes. I picked him up and I took him. He had to go to a halfway house. I picked him up and I took him to the mall. He wanted to go to the mall. I took him to the mall to buy, and he bought his first pair of shoes. He needed me. But because God softened my heart and taught me how to forgive, I didn't hold any grudge towards him or my mother for the way I was raised. Because I feel like they could have done a lot better. You know what I'm saying? We are not perfect, but we just have to do better now. So if you have small kids, if you have teenagers, pay attention to your kids. Stop giving money, bills, in men in different relationships, or your spouse. Stop giving them more attention than you give your kids. Pay attention to your kids. You might can't do everything, but just pay attention to them, y'all. Because that hurt me to know that if I hadn't asked my son, he wouldn't have told me nothing. He would have been walking around holding that in, carrying that burden that he should never have to carry at 12 years old. But one thing I love is that my son can trust me. He trusted me enough to tell me. He trusted me enough to know I wasn't going to cuss him out for not beating the person's ass. Because a lot of parents, especially the black parents, will say, well, what did you do? Did you beat him up? Did you hit him back? And if they don't, then you cuss them out and yell at them. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? They were obviously afraid to be combative. And we should not be raising our kids to be combative as children, because then they grow up as adults and they don't know where the line, they don't know where the line stands. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just thankful that my son had enough sense to tell me. I'm thankful that he trusted me enough to confide in me after I asked him. Because a lot of kids don't. They do not trust their parents enough to confide in them and tell them what's on their heart. They don't. And they don't trust y'all. Some of y'all, they don't trust y'all enough to tell you what they really going through, because they know you either gonna throw it back up in their face or you gonna get mad at them. So they don't tell you, because they don't want to get in further trouble. They didn't already had a difficult time. They've already had a difficult time. And now, if they feel like if they tell you, it's going to be used against them. So they hold it in and they walk around every day with this pain in their heart. And you sitting up here stressed out in front of your kids. You letting your kids know all of the hell and all of the stuff you going through, and you don't even know that they're carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders. They are in more pain than you, but they're just doing a better job of holding it together. They have to deal with it on the school, and then they have to come home with it and deal with it from you. Some of you guys are making your kids grow up way too fast. And then when they get older, you're going to wish they was kids again. Slow it down. Slow it down. They don't have to grow fast. Enjoy their age. I want my son to enjoy being 12. Play your video game, son. If you want to roll around in the grass, roll around in the grass. You don't have to go hang with the grown folk when we at the barbecue and be on the phone. No, go roll in the grass. Go kick the ball. Be 12. You don't have to put on a pair of Jordans and this ain't a fashion show at the barbecue. You didn't put on all this nice, put your kids on all of this nice white and all of this stuff and all of these nice clothes. And now when they go to the barbecue, if they even get their stuff dirty, just a little speck of dirt on it, you cussing them out and yelling at them, telling them why they getting their clothes dirty. They're kids. They're supposed to get dirty. I'm not saying waddle in the mud, but I'm just saying, like, they're kids. Things are not going to be clean. They're going to get stuff dirty. They don't have to dress like they're in a fashion show when they go to the family gathering or the family barbecue or the reunion. They can dress in the regular shorts and t-shirts. Like it's okay. It's okay for them to be kids. It's okay. If there is anything, and honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I might have went through a lot of hell and trauma as a child, but if we were, for the majority of time, we were kids. We weren't on our phones. We were outside playing. We might have been being grown out there playing house and stuff and kissing behind the kissing behind the swing and stuff, playing the house, but we were kids. We were kids. We were playing with the rocks. We were playing in the mud. 10, 12 years old, I was outside playing in the rocks, playing in the mud. We was still in the house playing video games too. We was playing Sonic. We was playing Nintendo 64. So stop acting like y'all ain't have video games. Yeah, we did. We was still playing the video games whenever mom and daddy let us. When it was time to come in the house, when the street lights came on, we went right in that room and played them video games. There ain't nothing new under the sun. Nothing. Absolutely nothing new under the sun. So, right. PlayStation, Nintendo 64, playing the Yoshi, Sonic the Hedgehog, Pac-Man, Sega Genesis, all of that stuff. We was playing it. Played it so much when Super Mario Brothers, played it so much when it got hot, we used to have to take out the dang game and blow in it just to cool it off so it could work again. And we always say that the children, they grow up, Donkey Kong, Super Nintendo, that's right. We always say that the children grow up so fast. They do grow up so fast, right? So let them enjoy their childhood, because they're growing up fast. I never played that one, but I know I played something with karate in it. Y'all remember that song? Kick, punch, it's all in your mind. If you want to test me, I don't even know. It was some game. GameCube. You know? I loved it, Pac-Man. I was addicted. That was really the only one I knew how to play. All the other ones was difficult. I never made it past the first level. I just wasn't good at it. But that's really, yeah, Street Fighters. We thought we was doing something so magnetic that if we lose, we could be playing with our brothers or sisters or our siblings. Sorry, y'all, got some crumbs up in there. My bad. But if we end up losing to one of our siblings, we get so mad we start crying. We were so, come on now, we were so competitive that yes, Mortal Kombat, if we lose, I never played Tetris, but if we lost, we would literally cry. I remember crying, okay? Like literally seeing red, ready to kill you, okay? If I lost. Because when you lost, you always had to get a controller to somebody else, and you knew it was going to be a good hour before you get it back. And you only had 2 controllers. Okay? We played it so much, one of the controllers got a shortage. Duck Hunt. Come on now. Played it so Played it so much, what happened? One of them got a shortage in it, had to open it. We was little electricians back then. We knew to just cut the wire open and take the wire and push it back, twist it back after you cut it open, and then duct tape it. We were electricians. We knew. Oh, we was crying. I grew up with 6 kids. My mama had 6 kids. We grew up with 6 kids in our house. 6 kids. Me, my older brother, my 2 older brothers, my younger sister, and my auntie's 3 kids. My mama had custody. She raised 3 other kids that weren't even hers. She raised my dad's sister kids because my dad's sister was on drugs too, just like my daddy. So I grew up with a lot of siblings. I grew up with a lot of kids in the house. I remember Matter of fact, before we came to Tacoma, we came out to Tacoma in 2000, the year 1999, in summer of 1999. We packed all of our stuff. We moved from Seattle. We packed all of our stuff. We put our stuff in a U-Haul, a small U-Haul with a king size mattress in the back, and we all got in that U-Haul like we was some damn Mexicans. We all of us packed in the damn U-Haul like we was some Mexicans, bumping up and down on the freeway, all on our way out here to Tacoma. I've been living in Tacoma since the summer of 1999. But before we moved up here, we stayed in a 1-bedroom apartment. Okay, 10 people in a 1-bedroom apartment. We all the kids slept on one king size mattress. But you couldn't tell us we was poor, because we had love. You know what I'm saying? Sugar rice was delicious. When my mama used to make sugar rice for breakfast, it was good. It was good. You couldn't tell me nothing about that sugar rice. Yes, 10. There was 10 of us living in one apartment. My mom and my dad slept in the living room on the couches, and all the kids slept in the room on one king size mattress. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't bother us. Whenever we left to go to church, or my mama took us to church, or we went to Audi's, we were always put together. My mama always kept us up. So like when I keep my son up, you know what I'm saying? Like the way he dressed and everything, that's normal to me. You know what I'm saying? I was raised that it wasn't about labels. You know, we grew up wearing Payless, the Shacks. You know, we grew up wearing Shacks. You know, my favorite shoe to wear once I hit a teenager was K-Swiss. I love the K-Swiss. Matter of fact, I love the K-Swiss so much that every time my K-Swiss got old, my dad would just go and buy me another pair of K-Swiss. I wore K-Swiss straight. Just K-Swiss, a white pair of K-Swiss. That's all I wore for an entire 2 years of my high school career. Just K-Swiss. Somebody said soda shoes. Yeah. You know? And you couldn't tell me nothing. Why? Because I was decent. My clothes were washed. My clothes were clean. My mama taught us how to iron. We knew how to iron our clothes. I did my own hair. My mama she stopped doing my hair at 10 years old. I started combing my own hair. I said, I'm gonna learn how to do this, because I'm tired of walking around here looking like Tweety Bird. I'm finna learn how to do something over here. You know what I'm saying? And my mama worked 2 jobs. My dad, he worked off and on. But we were taken care of. Mama, we never ever ended up, and I feel bad for some of you who have ended up in the CPS system. I feel my condolences to you, because I know that's a hard pack. But we never ever ended up in CPS. Not one of us, not one of the 6 kids. My mama took care of us. My father took care of us. We never ever ended up in the system. Never had CPS called on us. Never. You know what I'm saying? Yep, in shelters too. We stayed in shelters. All of that. But you couldn't tell. When we left the house, you couldn't tell we was poor. You could not tell we were struggling, because everybody was clean. Everybody was decent. Everybody was kept up. Right. And then it wasn't until I turned 15 and got a job working at part-time at a daycare when I got out of school. It wasn't until then to where I started buying certain kind of labels. Like I would get the Nike shoes and get the name brand shoes and just go to Kmart. Go to Kmart, you know what I'm saying, and get the cheap clothes, but I would have on, you know, some shoes that costed at least $100, you know. Got me a cell phone. Y'all remember when Singular came out? Got my first Singular cell phone. Had a Sidekick from T-Mobile. Paid my own phone bill. I worked at all the fast food restaurants. By the time I was 17, 18, I kept my own money. I'm like, you know what? My mama, this 1 year, this 1 year purchase of school clothes ain't gonna do it. I need more than 1 year's I need more than 3 months worth of school clothes. You know what I'm saying? Because when you can't afford it like that, you feel me? Your parents, they'll buy you some clothes to go back to school, And you'll go back to school looking fresh for the first month. But after the first month, and after washing all them clothes over and over and over again, you ain't looking so fresh after the second month of school. Your shoes is getting a little dirty. And a lot of parents can't afford to get you, you know, some more every 3 months. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't afford back then. So I would be like, all right, it's time for me to, I asked my mom, I said, can I get a job? She said, for sure, get a job. Worked at a daycare part-time. Once that job ended, 16 years old, worked at Taco Bell, worked at Little Caesars. I kept a job, kept one. And I loved working because I loved the checks. I loved getting paid. I loved I loved being able to pay for my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? I love that. So all I'm gonna say is this. I'm getting ready to let y'all go. But all I want to say is this, man. If you have children, love your children. Boost Mobile, yep. If you have children, love your children. Talk to your children. Even if you think your children are okay, just talk to them every day. Ask them how their day is. Just go sit by them. Like if they in their room, just go sit next to them. Or call them out in the living room and say, come sit down. Come watch a movie with me. And just talk to them about their day. Because if you actually inquire about their day, they'll tell you. Because kids like to talk. You know, and you just be real attentive. Listen real good the first 5 minutes. Because that's the most important, right? Because they're going to tell you the real stuff. After that, you might doze off a little bit. Because then they just start rambling. But at least listen to the first 2 to 5 minutes of their conversation. Because it's real stuff. Pray for your kids. Yes, they did, Xavier. They took care of the bully. They took care of the bully, honey. And I will be up there. I normally have my husband go and drop him off and pick him up. I'll take over that job from now on. Because I'm going to go straight in there. Every day I drop him off, I'm going in there. I'm going in there to give you eye contact. So that you know my eye, I see you. How are you? How you doing today? Yeah, I see you. Yeah. You know that. You know. But I'm going to let y'all go. I want y'all to enjoy y'all's weekends, okay? Y'all have a beautiful weekend. Can't promise I'm going to be on tomorrow, honestly. This whole situation, to be completely honest with y'all, it really has taken a toll on me emotionally. And I just need some time to just get my life together, get myself together. So I'm going to take some time and just spend some time with my kids, my husband, and remember what is important at the end of the day, you know. However, don't ever go into the next day with fear, you guys, because at the end of the day, what you can't do, God can. Okay? So make sure that you guys stay prayerful. Pray over your kids every single day. God has not given any one of us the spirit of fear. So don't allow the enemy to pump fear in your heart. Just love your kids, but don't do it with fear. Okay? Do it with confidence. I love you, Big B. Big B message, and I'm gonna be calling you. You've been on my heart today all week long. God keeps telling me to call you and pray with you. I'm gonna call you and pray with you tomorrow. I love you so much, sis. And I pray that you guys have an amazing, amazing, amazing weekend. And I will see you guys soon. Okay, so take care. Have an amazing weekend, you guys. I'm telling you, y'all. This girl walks by every night around this time to walk her dog. And when I tell you, I get offended, I get offended. When I tell you this girl got a brick house body, it's a whole brick house. I be staring like, Lord, just bless me. So I'm serious about my, bye y'all, but I'm serious about, I'm serious about my weight loss journey. I got to get real. August the 1st, y'all finna see it. It's finna be a new Donisha. I'm telling you. All of this, what I'm eating, all of this, got to go. Because if I'm continuously noticing brick houses, you know, nice bodies, and I'm just staring, that means I'm desiring something. There's something I desire. You know? And who told you you can't look like that? Who told you you can't have a brick house? Who told you you can't have a six-pack? Who told you you can't look? Who told you? Who told you you can't be healthy? Don't let the devil lie to you. You know the devil try to lie to you and tell you, yeah, you'll never look like that. I mean, I might not look like you, but I could look like my best version of me. And we ain't reached our best version of myself. I ain't reached my best version of myself yet. I'm ready. I'm getting ready to be 21 again. Okay? Watch me. Give me 3 months. I'm finna be 21 again. Because this time, last time I was playing. You know, yeah, Erica said stop playing. No, last time I was playing. I've been playing. I've been sleeping on myself. Not this time. I could show you better than I could tell you. Y'all think I'm going to get, you know, false subject and be on the video giving in, eating them wangs and things. I said, Mama, you and Clifton better be ready to work next month. Because listen, I don't care what the devil try. I'm going to lose this weight. I got 60 pounds to lose in 3 months. I need to lose 20 pounds a month. 20 pounds a month. Watch me. Y'all gonna be like, who's that? Who is that? That Donisha's sister? Look, Erica said I'm gonna be looking. I know y'all gonna hold me to it. Y'all gonna hold me to it. Y'all gonna be like, what you eating? Soon as I get on the video, on the mukbang, what she eating? Y'all gonna be staring at my plate. Y'all gonna be asking me what I ate today. I already know. Every time I say something, y'all hold me to it. I already know. All right. I'm going to get at y'all later, all right? I love y'all. Y'all have a good one. God bless. Peace. Warrior Eagle said, you know it. I know y'all going to hold me to it. I know. Y'all, I love y'all. I'll see y'all later.